Welcome back to the green room, man. That's your boy Erks.
And it's Ash.
And we back with another dope episode, man. We got some more dope people here. Just tapping into some more journeys into entrepreneurship, man. Just showing out people how it's done. Y'all go ahead and introduce yourself before we get started.
My name is Toni. Unique Smiles by Toni.
My name is Tameka. Quiet Beauty Aesthetics by Tameka.
All right, let's go. You know what I said? They got them soft speaking voices.
And I don't know why they over there talking all softly, like they don't got the most personality in the room, but we gonna let them be great.
Turn up, baby. All right. So let's go, man. Let's dive right into it, man. Wake and bake. Just some things that we've been just seeing going on in the world that we can talk about before we get to it. So one of the things I see in that it's touching everything. Or it seems like it's touching every area of economics. So however you want to look at it, society. But artificial intelligence, bro, like, that shit going crazy right now. You know what I'm saying? I just seen the father of AI? He was working for Google or something like that. He came out and was like, yo, I've been talking to these dudes. I've been telling them we need to slow down on this shit because it's getting crazy. It's just starting to have a mind of his own. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But man had to retire so that he could even make that statement. Because as long as he was working for Google, he couldn't have came out and publicly say that.
Yeah, and we do have to be careful about what type of technology we let get into people's hands, because even the other day I had to send a group text, to my family to let them know we need to come up with a safe word, because apparently, people are using AI to extort people and
get that ransom money.
right. To like hold you for ransom and all sorts of things like that. Because I was looking at a story where it happened to this lady with like her 4-year-old daughter.
Yeah.
So
I've seen a few stories about that shit.
Yeah, and I mean I've even seen AI hacking people's Instagram accounts, like posting videos as if it's you. So I've just kind of had to get my the people around me on board, because I put so much of myself out there. So I don't want somebody to be making something. I mean, people already make fake profiles of me. Now we're talking about with AI.
I don't call nobody anyways. So if your phone ring and it's me saying anything, it's just not true.
But I mean, they can even make it look like it's coming from your phone number.
Yeah, fact.
So you definitely got to be able to
with that shit. Y'all been seeing anything about that shit?
I haven't really. But it's just so much stuff that's going on where it's prone. Like you said, people, they are using, because I was using my Cash App, and being one of my clients was putting my Cash App in, and it was almost similar to my same name, but the girl had my picture, my profile picture on her picture. And I was like, that's not even my Cash App. Let me see who that is. How can I, figure out who that is who stole my profile picture? So I never did find out who it was, though. But
and then
once we put it back in, we noticed it was gone. So I guess they must have got hip to me trying to figure out. I don't know.
See, and then a lot of these companies are like internet based. So as far as being able to actually contact somebody or talk to them, there's no way to do that. Yep. You either got to talk to some chatbot, which is controlled by AI, or send them an email and they'll just get back to you whenever they feel like getting back to you. Man.
Yeah, I ended up finding an Instagram account that somebody had like stole a bunch of my videos and posted it, and they were like messaging people trying to get their personal information. Like, I mean, like I've even saw like somebody had a website set up, like
trying
like
to get money and shit.
Right, like it was my website, and they were buying things from me, and I'm like.
Yeah,
so just imagine how far people are able to take that now with AI.
Exactly.
So y'all ever heard of Chat GPT?
Yeah, I mean I have.
So Chat GPT is it's like a AI based platform where you can pretty much go and you can ask it anything, or you can tell it to do, like you can get it to write you an essay. If you put in the specifics, I need a 10-page essay, MLA format about this topic, and it'll write it out for you.
I saw a guy negotiate his rent contract using Chat GPT. Basically told it to look up, do market research on similar places in the neighborhood, blah, 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 XYZ. And he was able to basically stop his complex from increasing his rent for that renewal because of the research that basically Chat GPT did.
Wow.
So
I found out about it when we went to brunch. Me and some friends of mine went to brunch for my birthday, and one of our friends gave ChatGPT like a breakdown of each one of us, like what we do in business, stuff like that.
Talk closer to the mic a little bit.
It created a whole story about us taking a girls trip.
Yeah.
With all of our details in there. We were sitting there like, what in the wow. Yeah.
And so there's people that's getting like business plans written out through AI. They also have different AI platforms that can create images. Like you put what you want in the image and it'll create that image. So when it comes to jobs, right? You got artists. We got sketch artists in the courtroom. Like your people translators who like type out everything that's said in the courtroom. Market strategists. People whose jobs that it is to come up with business plans with people. All of this, like all of that shit is about to go out of the way. So there's estimate of about what 10 million jobs, some crazy shit. Like it's a huge number that could be displaced by AI within the next few years. And I know in y'all's field, it's kind of hard because it's specifics to what everyone needs. But they coming out with like they're reaching different levels with this shit, basically. So they already got like AI for nails and shit like that. Right. Like they got machines that'll do your nails.
Of someone getting eyelash extensions with a robot.
Yeah, there's that shit too. I saw that shit too.
And we were just like, wow, they are taking, and even in Stars and Stripes, they also have a robot now. When me and one of our other colleagues that work with us at the shop, we got together, took our daughters in. We were looking, we was like, they go a robot serving the food. So now Stars and Stripes has a robot that comes and brings the food to each location where you sit at. Yes, they have a robot now.
And that shit crazy. It's like you even go in grocery stores and the little shit that sweep the floor. That shit by itself out there. Just the whole big joint. Like it ain't no little floor, just the whole big with the Zamboni or some shit like that. Yeah. You should driving itself around that motherfucker.
You would have thought we saw enough movies to leave that shit alone.
Right.
But but apparently not, because like I said, once I saw a video, like literally this guy, he's a content creator. Someone hacked his page. Then, like, you know how people post the videos, like if you invest $500, I can get literally a video of him saying these things, and he's like, that is not me. And I'm like, there's no way. God. I was like, there's no way that you're telling me that that's not you. He was like, that's not me.
Right now, and they got a filter where like a song play, and you pick a picture out of your, out of your gallery, and the song play, and then move them out with the words of the song.
Oh wow!
Literally. So that shit's scary, man. Like that shit don't. Like, so you got like your top like electrical engineers or whatever field they land in, neurophysicists. I don't know exactly, what specification they fall under. But the top guys in these fields are coming out. Elon Musk, this Google dude, father of AI, they're coming out and they're like, yo, we need to stop, bro. Like, I ain't saying that it ain't something that we can tap into in the years coming. But as we looking at it right now, like these things are developing feelings, emotions. Like
they're giving too many regular people access to it. Like they're giving too many regular people access to it, which I think is the problem. Like anybody can go online and use ChatGPT or any of these platforms. So that's like if you, it doesn't need to be that easily. Well, that's the crazy
part about it. So, like, back in the day, scientists used to create these things in labs and shit. Like, there's always been, like, crazy inventions that they created a nuclear bomb. Like, they had to been some way of playing with that shit to be like, oh, let's just see. You know what I'm saying? So, like, that's what scientists do. Like, that's literally their job, to just see. Oh, let's try this. Let's see what happens if we do this with this. But it used to stay there, right? Like, in the lab. Everything is just accessible now to the point where you got scientists literally with TikTok pages, scientists with Instagram pages and YouTube pages that they come on and they show people like the shit that they're working on. You know what I'm saying? So it's accessible in that way to where everybody gets to get their hands on it. But as far as the uses of it is like what can't be monitored because you don't know who's going to do what with this shit.
Exactly. Because if you figure out the right thing to ask it, like I've seen people use ChatGPT. Like I literally saw this girl use ChatGPT to write. Basically, she put in her 2 weeks resignation and her boss asked her to stay until a certain period. So she had it basically write a professional way of saying I'm underpaid and overworked. I can't stay any longer. You know, like so it's like you can. I mean, like I've seen people use it for. I mean, so much, and like I said,
think about this scenario, right? The writers in Hollywood are on strike right now. Like writers, people who write TV shows and shit like that. So like your late night talk shows, Conan and all of that shit, they're gonna be off the air for at least they say until like September or some crazy shit like that. Within those next 4 months, I'm sure that this AI will be able to generate
the whole season
these scripts and shit themselves. So I mean, how do you even go about handling something like that? You know what I'm saying? Like human, just I don't know the word for it, but just like the human experience is starting to become obsolete in that sense. You know, like we seen movies like iRobot and all of that other shit, and it was like, dang, that's crazy if that could happen. It ain't gonna happen in my lifetime. Like that's literally how we used to look at it. You know what I'm saying? Like, oh, that's the shit our kids gonna have to deal with. Our grandkids gonna have to. And then 10 years later, you like, we excited about the shit we like. Like, damn, I can FaceTime. You know what I'm saying? Like, this shit cool.
Exactly.
I can, you know, all this other shit. But it's other shit that's coming along with that shit. You gotta be able to accept both sides of it. You know what I'm saying? So you can't be happy about the shit that we can make use of and it helps us, and then look at the other shit and be like, but it's gonna take our job. You know what I'm saying? Like, you just gotta learn how to adapt.
I also think that it's also just a matter of control, because the things that we're using and experiencing now, they've been other places for years. Like for example, I have a friend who he's an English teacher in China, and I was so you know how they were saying how now they have AI that can like see how you feel and they already been doing that shit in China for years to make sure that students stay focused in class, but they know how to control it. They know how to like they're disciplined with their technology. Over here,
China, period. Yeah,
right? We gonna run the fuck out. Basically, we gonna drag it.
Entertainment and advertising dollars run our country. Right? It's entertainment and advertising dollars. You only gonna see what's paid to be put in front of you. You know what I'm saying? Whereas in a place like China, they call like communist countries because they got so much control over the money and shit like that. But it's the things that they putting the money into. You know what I'm saying? Like, we got the freedom to do a lot of shit here, but like I just said, it's a cost to it. It's a cost to having the freedoms that we have. You know what I'm saying? So like, you got different places things are taxed different in different countries for different reasons. You know, like in France, they take like 50% of your check in taxes, but like healthcare, college, all of that shit free. Exactly. You know what I'm saying? So like, you understand, but then when you come to a country like this and you like, damn, y'all taking money for this, y'all taking money for this, y'all taking money for this, but when I go to the hospital, I still got to pay $600.
Exactly.
You know? We ain't even gonna get into health insurance, or you know, I just quit my job. Let me tell y'all something. I ain't never, for the past 2 months, the hardest thing in the world to get, like I'm just like
like independent.
Yeah, so at this point, I'm just like, to hell with the insurance. I'm gonna just send me the bill.
So they don't have like special insurance for entrepreneurs.
So I mean, they have a plan that you could choose from, but I'm not gonna pay $500 a month for health insurance. They got a $17,000 deductible.
God damn.
Like, I'm not gonna do that. So it's like
$17,000.
Right. The fucking deductible $15,000. The deductible $15,000, but the plan itself is $400 or $500.
Right.
And then you can only go to doctors in a certain zip code. So if I live in Richland and I go to the doctor in Lexington, I can't. This doctor ain't even covered under my $500 health insurance.
That's
so
crazy.
it's like, I'm like, well, you know what? Hopefully, I just don't get sick, because to hell with the health insurance. I'm like, it's pointless.
Would y'all go to an AI doctor?
Hell no.
Look, it might
How
result
you
to that.
mean?
It might.
That shit'll be so precisely calculated.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
But it's like
okay, you can see
like the
nobody.
same
But
margin
it's
of
not
error.
about-
The same margin of error it is with a human. It'll be like
Yep, send over your prescription.
Right.
Do the robot.
your pharmacy, your pills gonna be packaged by a robot. All of that. So like it's a lot of shit that's gonna become obsolete.
But there's just some things that like when it comes to like my health, like granted, I understand that these doctors because nowadays these doctors don't know what the hell they talk about anyway.
Right.
Like, I mean, let's just be transparent.
Facts.
But I think that that's just something I want to leave in the hands of a person. Like I don't want no machine running tests on me, pricking me with stuff, sticking
Right.
stuff. No, hell no. That's where I gotta draw the line right there.
But it'll be able to like that fucking that dad from that shot gonna hit so fast you ain't even gonna know. And he gonna spit a lollipop out the bottle. Come on, what are you talking about?
I'm good.
But nah, we just gotta adapt, man. Like we always had to adapt with the times. But it's so fast now. Like the minute you learn how to adapt because shit was changing, that 3 years that it took for you to learn, like, okay, I can do it this way now. It's changed the game already. You know, so you might be able to get in and get a few dollars here and there, but over the next 6 months, after you took 3 years to establish yourself, you gotta learn how to adapt again. You know, like we saw the shit with when Uber and shit came into play, the taxi drivers and all of that shit, you know, it is like, hey, we can't do this. It got to be something illegal about this. It has to be, you know what I'm saying? But another factor in that is how trusting we are too nowadays, right? Like people get Ubers, people will call an Uber to take their child to school,
Yep.
like without them being in the Uber.
Yep.
Like call an Uber to take their child to an airport
Now
and shit like that. Oh yeah, they coming out with self-driving planes and shit too. I saw that shit.
I'm not
too.
getting on no damn plane that's driving itself.
It'll be an AI plane.
But you know, I feel that. Now personally, I don't take a lot of Ubers, especially not alone, because you ain't driving me somewhere and I don't know where the hell we going, and now I'm stuck in your vehicle.
Motherfucker don't even talk your language. Like, where we going? We going here.
Like even not too long ago, I had to take a taxi somewhere. I sat on the phone the whole time. I was at the airport. I didn't have enough service to call no Uber, so I went down in the taxi.
And I was like, I will never do that shit again.
Oh, I definitely took that taxi, and the taxi turned out to be cheaper than what my Uber was going to cost. So I was like, shit, you know. So Uber, you're just paying for convenience.
That's what I was just about to say.
It's just
Kind of
convenience.
the luxury.
Right.
How much
It's just
convenience?
convenience.
How much convenience do we want? Like, where do we draw the line at convenience?
I don't
Because
know,
as
man.
long as we still need, or we still looking for these little ways to make things just a little bit more convenient, they're gonna keep coming up with more shit to appease that.
I think
you know
I
what
can
I'm
draw the line at delivering my food. As long as somebody can bring me my food, I'm good. You
Well,
know
they
what I'm
got
saying?
self-driving cars delivering pizzas and shit now too.
As long as I get food delivered, I feel like everything else I can handle. You know what I'm saying? Now they got something to clean my house, fold my clothes, do my laundry, and you know what I'm saying. Ooh, but
Ain't long, bro. Ain't long.
Right.
Ain't long. Yeah, that shit another little year. So.
I sure use a lady to do my laundry.
Word.
I don't want to do it.
You got people that stand like the test of time. You know what I'm saying? Like before washing machines and shit was accessible to everybody took their shit to the laundromat or the dry cleaners and shit. Because people got washing machines and shit in their house now, don't make those places obsolete. Right. Now there can't be as many, of course. Right? So we can't have a laundromat on every corner now or a dry cleaner on every corner now. But the people that really stood out amongst everybody else is gonna be the people that maintain. So I guess in whatever you do, you gotta aim to be the best of the best at that shit. Like you can't go into that shit just aiming for mediocrity, I guess. Yeah.
But
I wouldn't
feel
really
like
say
you good.
mediocrity, but just like a lower standard. I don't know.
But I feel like you might be good, Tameka, only because, like these, AI, they got robots doing a lot of things. But I think, when it comes to playing in my face and on my body, I think that's just where I'm gonna draw the line. So if you like, Tameka, you can go ahead and start telling us a little bit more about what you do.
Let's get into it, man. Let's get into it.
What you do, girl?
Okay.
I know what she do.
Before you go, like both of y'all just go ahead and reintroduce yourselves and say exactly what it is. And then
I'm Tameka Courtney. I own Quiet Beauty Aesthetics by Tameka. I'm an esthetician. So I do a little bit of everything. I get a lot of people that reach out and say, okay, I was on your website and you do all this shit. And I'm like, yeah.
Like facts.
All of it. Every little bit. You have some estheticians that they'll pick a certain thing and strictly just focus on that. So they may just do waxing or they may just do facials. Or they
What
may
is the
just do
definition
lashes.
of esthetician? Like, what exactly is that?
Professional skincare therapy.
Okay. Because I was like lost on what it is. Like, Ash told me, and I was like, I thought it was like one specific thing, you know. So I didn't know like the
Basically,
field
just,
was so wide.
you know, various things on the skin.
Yeah.
Right.
You can do so many things. So for me, with my business, I do full body waxing. I do correctional skincare. I prefer, well, some estheticians, they'll do like regular facials for people to relax. I do those, but I prefer to do facials on people who have issues with their skin.
Yeah, I might need me a little fish.
Listen, I'm telling you now.
My pores be all open and shit.
And let me tell you something. Tameka lay you out on that table and get everything out them pores.
Word?
She listen, it's gonna hurt now. But
Yeah, it does.
What? I know even pain involved in this process.
Right.
You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying?
she's digging the stuff out of your skin. Like,
I scared now. I just.
And the nose be most.
oh Lord, you want listen? I'm gonna show you a video when we get done.
Alright, facts. I scared already, but yeah.
It is, yeah. What else do I do? Oh, I also do yoni steams.
Okay, I've heard of those.
I do yoni steams, foot detoxes, and
Might need one of them too.
Body sculpting.
Body
It's a really
sculpting.
big thing that everybody is.
What's body sculpting? What's that?
Is where we use different probes to manipulate the fat cells in the body and make people lose weight.
Oh, okay. Body
You
sculpting.
need a test dummy.
Yeah,
Oh
That
girl! We gonna talk. We gonna talk.
was- Hey, I see they got that new pen. Just a little sidebar, like a little diabetic pen or some shit like that. They came out with. I don't know exactly how it works, but it's apparently helping people lose weight like super fast.
Okay, yes.
it's a pen that you can go to your doctor and they give an injection for that and it makes you lose weight. But we also offer a new service now. It's called mesotherapy and fat dissolve injections lipo. So it's
Word.
a mixture, it's a mixture in a bottle that is created that will suppress the appetite. It suppresses the appetite.
Okay.
It speeds up your metabolism. It gives you energy. It dissolves the fat. In
Oh, yeah, I got that.
whatever particular area that we are targeting, it dissolves the fat in that area and also tightens the skin.
That just sound like AI. I ain't gonna lie.
Right.
In a bottle.
AI in the bottle. Yeah,
AI in a bottle.
they got the AI in the bottle. Facts.
But we are actually, putting this into the person's body. So,
All right.
and it works. It gives amazing results versus, you hear a lot of people want to go and get, their bodies done. They go and get lipo, 360. They go and get tummy tucks and BBLs and all these different things. Well, now they have a more natural way to do it naturally because this particular injection, it suppresses your appetite. So you're naturally not going to eat as much.
A BBL in a bottle. Lord Jesus.
Dang. The AI BBL in the bottle. Facts.
BBL in a bottle. Oh Lord.
Yeah, it's amazing. So they come out with, so many new things. And me, I'm the type of person, I want to learn it. You're going to teach me.
Right.
I want to know how to do it. I'm going to offer the service. Show me how to do it. So, I take a lot of classes and stuff like that to learn different things to offer it to my clients. I do the post-op massages for people who get go and get their bodies done. But
That should be looking stressful as hell.
yes,
boy.
and it's very, they come in there looking in so much pain. They're in
So
so
much
much pain. Their bodies are blue and purple. It's just. It's
Bro, I had a layover in Atlanta. I've been flying back home to Louisiana one time. Had a layover down there, bro. It's like a whole section of them boys just in the cut, bonk out.
Yep.
It's over that bit. Like, damn, boys can't sit
Pain,
down.
blood everywhere. It's
I like,
Listen,
damn, man. I get it, but I don't get it, you know?
I had a small procedure. Like, I just had a breast reduction. I couldn't imagine you slicing over my whole body. Like, I literally thought I was going to die from something that small. I can't imagine catching no flight. And you done...
You got to book like 2-3 seats.
Jesus.
Oh, you got to book like 2 seats on that mug. Like,
Yeah, we do.
hell nah.
Especially if you go like to Miami and places like that. They put that air mattress on the back. That's why they have to get like a long SUV in that reason, so they can be able to stretch you out in the back, because you have to be able to lay out. So a lot of them bodies y'all be seeing that be looking like them right here. That's not trying to
They have to go through a lot.
Them
I
boy got
can't do
to-
it. I can't do it.
And
Listen.
they have to keep that up. You have to do it, you know,
Keep
on
it
a
up.
consistent basis. You have to get
Come
those
and get those
massages.
massages, yep.
to-
Months,
Just
years.
paying
Years.
Dang.
Like, cause I know somebody who got theirs and they didn't do it right the first time and they had to go get it again. I said, ain't no damn way.
I did want a little. I did want a little 6-pack.
There's
I ain't gonna lie.
my back just
See
gonna
if
be
them boy
big.
get me one.
Tameka just gonna go sculpt my fat around.
Yup. That's it. That's it.
But this is why I say with a business like yours, you know, with the waxing, with the, you know, because like that's something very hands on. Because I know even when I come to you, because for those who didn't know, this is my esthetician. But but like even when we set stuff up, you know, I'll have to come to you so you can take a look, so we can make a plan, so we can decide, you know, what we're gonna do. So I know me personally, that's just something I'm not gonna let. It's not that inconvenient for me to pull up.
Right, exactly.
Like, cause you know that's just a bit much right there.
Yeah,
Like,
it is.
I don't want no computer telling me what to do with my skin.
Right.
Not at all.
So yeah,
You go stand in that bit. That bit get your body type.
Right.
Put that shit in. Yeah, that
Nah.
shit, that shit's
Cause
here.
and I feel like now more people are leaning towards just getting waxes because like, you know, like once you can get over, well, I feel like the pain is the biggest misconception. You know, people act like you trying to snatch they, which I'm not gonna say it. It's not a little painful.
Hey, that should be looking real. I ain't even gonna lie. That shit
Listen.
People be overreacting.
Some people.
It's not that bad. Like, you know, your
I
palms
know.
might be sweating a little bit. You know what I'm saying?
See,
But-
black people, we don't get as hairy though. You know, white people, they hairy, man. Like them boy really be primate status with it. You know what I'm saying? So I know that should be a lot more painful for them boys.
Listen,
Yeah,
I mean, maybe not as long as they're consistent.
If you're consistent,
Yeah.
as long as you're consistent and you come in and get it done in the proper amount of time. And I always give like the breakdown to people when we talk about waxing. It requires you to just be consistent.
Basically.
You need to be consistent. And it's not as painful as people make it out to be. And I always have to throw myself out there, my business out there, because I get a lot of people that have gone to other estheticians, gone to other places, and then they come to me to get a wax, and they're like, oh my God, it's like night and day.
Tameka, I found you on Groupon.
Yeah.
After I went to somebody else and I thought I was about to have to fight her
Yeah.
because of how much I was like, girl, I know this ain't supposed to hurt this bad.
Yeah.
I think when you walk in the door and you hear people screaming from the back, that just means try someplace else. You walk in that bit,
They
you're
go,
like,
oh
nah.
shit. If I'm in there, if I'm in my space or whatever, and I hear that, oh shit, I'd be like, yeah.
So what's the specifics of what you do?
So, my name is Toni. I am Unique Smiles by Toni. I'm a dental assistant, but I do offer services as teeth whitening, tooth gems. I also do yoni steams as an extra service, foot detoxes, and I do a lip service treatment as well. So, like, if you have dry and cracked lips.
Okay.
Dang, bro, you ain't even have to call me out like that. That's crazy. Don't look straight at me if you got dry, cracked lips. That's crazy.
She done got all us together smiling.
Right. I'm gonna look this way. I don't even go smile, bro. That's crazy. I'm gonna even put me on.
What's
Facts.
up, Irk? Pull up.
That's
pull
dope
up.
though. That's dope. So I see like the tooth gems and like that's like this new like big thing. Like a lot of people I've been
It's
seeing
cute.
like
It's actually been out for a while. When I relocated back to Columbia, when I lived in Atlanta, Georgia, my son's stepmother, she had a diamond on her tooth, and I used to look at her and I was like, damn, that thing was so sharp. Because, you know, she had like a diamond, and it just looked so sexy in her mouth, but not knowing that there would be something I'd be doing in the future, you know,
Right.
actually doing them myself, and I'm like, wow, so this is what she had then. Because, I mean, at the time, I didn't even think anything beyond that.
So that interaction right there is what made you even.
Exactly, but not even that
That's dope.
interaction. She actually encouraged me to start my own business.
Yeah.
And that's how I got started.
See, that's a friend you got to keep around.
Yes.
Man. I'm telling
What
you.
she do, Tony? Tell us. Tell us the part that you want to share.
Okay, yeah. I tell everyone this. I even explain this to like my clients when they come in. You know, when they ask, they feel like what we're doing is so dope with black females that's come together. We all have our own business, but we are one entity.
That is
There's
dope.
a bunch of people in the shop.
That is
Yeah,
dope.
Let's throw that out there. It's a one-stop shop.
Yeah, we're one-stop shop. I'm Unique Smiles by Toni, Quiet Beauty Status by Tameka. We also have Bell Body Studio. I am Drea. She's a part of. She does the locks and the herbs and the products.
Oh, y'all got the whole nine.
She does fellas, so y'all gotta come check her out. She has,
My head is a little nappy right now.
Amazing products for everyone.
I need a barber in there.
She.
Bro, look, that shit'll turn that shit up.
Yeah, we
She
trying to
don't
get her to
wanna
do
do it
it,
all
but
the
we
time.
gonna see. We don't know what else may come in the store in the future. However, it was the bomb because when Tameka became an esthetician, I was still living in Atlanta, Georgia, so my boyfriend lived here, so I would always come and visit, every now and then. And my mother still lived here as well, and I would just be so excited for her because she transitioned. She came, she was working a full-time job, and she's like, sis, I'm going to start my own business. And she started with the hair bundles, and it was always, sis, I need you to put this hair in your hair. We're going to take pictures, So I'm always supportive of her. I come
That's
up here,
fire.
sister, I want to come get me a facial real quick,
Right.
And she started off in this one little small room. And to see her bloom and progress, I should just be on the phone. I was like, oh my gosh, and she was like, girl, I made this much this week. I was like, ooh, girl, just super excited.
Right.
And
Right.
she was like, sis, and when we think about it and when we talk about it now, we were actually manifesting, not even knowing that we were speaking it. We were actually speaking what we're doing now.
Right.
And
y'all feed off each other's energy, like that's dope too.
We actually grew up with each other,
Right.
We used to get in trouble together. We met in high school, and she was there when I gave birth to my first child. So we already meshed anyway as friends and stuff like that. So,
That's lit.
she was just like she was doing her aesthetic stuff, and I was gonna wanted to move back home, but didn't know like if I was gonna come back to Columbia. I miss Columbia. ATL, East Side, West Side, all that.
ATL.
Hey,
Right.
It was, I miss it. All my kids are still there. I have 3 children, 26, 18, and 10. They're there. But she encouraged me, she was like, I want to do teeth whitening as a service. She was like, because I do the wax. And, she tell me everything she's doing. She was like, but you know how to do it. You have the credentials. You're a dental assistant. You can do this. I'm like, what?
Right.
You own a business? Like, I was doing front office at the time. I was working currently in a dental office, so I have back experience and front experience. And she was like, yes, this is what you need to do. You tell me you want to come back home? She was like, and she told me everything the proper way. All black businesses are not, inconsistent as far as what they do. Not doing shady stuff, under the table stuff. She told me, no, you're going to go to the IRS and you're going to go on the website. Come up with a name. Okay, sis, what else I need to do? You need to do this. You need to do that. And at the time, at the location we were at, it was actually Tameka, our other girlfriend, Andrew, who's I am Drea, and some other females who was actually in that shop. And I talked to her and I said, well, sis, she was like, well, you can start off doing the mobile and I speak with, see if you could just come in the lobby and do some whiteness and see if you can get people so we can give you a buzz. In that same week, I was moving back to Columbia. She called me. And she said, sister, are you sitting down? I was talking to today. She's like, you're going to cry. And I was like, what? And she was like, the girl who was leasing the building, she asked her Andrew to take over. And she was like, you got a space. So it's like I didn't have to go through the avenue of setting up in the lobby. It was like, you got a room. Don't worry about booth rent until you get your business up. They had my back 100%.
Right.
And that's how I got started. And she was like, you can do this. It was times I got discouraged. I wanted to move back to Atlanta. I wanted to give up because everything in Columbia don't pop real big like that. A lot of people here in Columbia is not like Atlanta. You know, everybody want to try everything. Everybody want to spend money. Here, it's like, well, if you do it, I try and I see, you know, I see how that is.
Well,
first.
I will say this, because, you know, I done been coming to Tameka Tameka, how long I been coming to you? About 4?
Yeah, about 4 years.
About 4 years. Yeah. About 4 years. And when I saw her with them gems in that mouth, I was like, Tony, can you do mine right quick?
Get me right.
I just needed to see
that
15 minutes later.
And she
I've been
had
sitting in the
an
chair.
old gym on there. I think you had on the
Yeah.
She was like, you can take this all the time. Like, she was like, oh girl, yes, give me the chair. I was like, come on.
Nah, every week I done seen Tony every week since that first appointment.
Go and get right.
Every week. She
Well, I'm gonna tell you, from a male perspective, it's just dope seeing like black women take back control of that industry. Because growing up, I was raised by my grandparents.
Yeah.
But like when I go to Louisiana, with my dad's side of the family, I've been with my aunt a lot. And every time she go and get her hair done or her nails done, it's Asian people, or, you know, like Korean or whatever, you know. So like now it's just different, just seeing it. Like my lady will tell me, oh, I'm going to get my nails done, and it'll be a black girl. You know, I'm going to get some kind of whatever. You know, I don't even be knowing all the shit, you know, but I just know that she going to black people. And a lot of times it's people that she find on social media and all of that, but like, it's that black experience is available now for everybody.
Right. And not only that, you got to think about it. When you're getting those type of services, it's very personal. You know what I'm saying? Like, I got to be cool with my wax lady.
See, that used to be a running joke, right?
You know
like, not being able to understand what motherfuckers been saying about you saying in that bitch.
Nah, you got to be, you have to be
calling your foot
cool.
stink and shit.
I mean, because you just have to,
They talking junk.
They do.
Right.
They do. But
I'm gonna learn that shit, bro.
That's why I was so glad to find her, because, you know, I personally, I didn't know nothing about skincare until I started going to Tameka.
Right.
I didn't even have a skincare routine, you know, because I mean, the only thing we had was a dermatologist. But even if you went to a dermatologist, it was gonna be a white man. So, you know, they're not giving you good recommendations. Exactly. So, you know, I had found Tameka. At first, it was just for the waxes. And then, you know, I got like a little regular facial, you know, started playing around with it a little bit. Right. Then we started going to like microderms and chemical peels and micro needling and, you know, that sort of thing. You know what I'm saying?
She loves doing the corrective skin stuff. She loves
my skin didn't always look like this. Listen.
I mean, what you trying to say,
there was a point where I would not leave my house without makeup. But now I don't be wanting to put on no damn makeup because I don't need to, because now I've gotten a, you know, routine where, you know, like with or without makeup, you know what I'm saying? You know, it is what it is. But that's why I'm so glad. And Tameka, I be telling people all the time, oh, you just go to my girl Tameka. You know what I'm saying? Just pull up on Tameka.
Right.
Because you know, like y'all do good business. You know what I'm saying? If I need to reschedule, if I need to do this, or if I need to do that, if I'm, you know, whatever, we can sit down, we can have a conversation, we can do this. Nowadays, a lot of these girls, it's always about money. If you 2 minutes late, they want to charge your ass $15, or you know, they just have bad customer service. They don't know how to communicate.
Like, you know, I can see it from the outside looking in. You know what I'm saying? But I'm just interested in business, so I see the conversations a lot where girls will be like, I don't want to go to the girl that's there's like a list of rules before you go. Like, you know, like, do you want your hair braided? Like, like come in with your hair half braided.
And see, a lot of our we tell a lot of people we look young, you know, but we are in our 40s.
That's crazy.
And, you know, I'm 40.
That's crazy.
I turned 44.
That's crazy.
I got 44 in September, and we have, you know, just the professionalism from us and everything. It's
and I can speak, for that.
We're still old school, so we have
adapting to technology and all, you know, and websites and all of that stuff. But if we have a client that texts or call and says, "Hey, I'm sick.
These girls,
I can't come."
Okay,
Tameka, they don't even give you the address to 2 hours before your appointment. Nah, you don't even know where you going until 2 hours before the appointment.
Y'all got like a lot of male customers.
We're starting.
She does.
I'm starting to get more male clients in the door. A lot of them are starting to do some of them want to do teeth gems, but they might want to get one or two. They see the
Lil Durk, them boys.
Lil Durk and Diddy and the football players that's getting it, so they may come get one or two stones, but they're also starting to come in, and they could do also couple sessions because I have 2 chairs, so they may come with their girlfriend or something to get their teeth whitening.
I'll say y'all gonna be booming on Mother's Day.
Yeah, you can. You can. We also offer gift certificates for packages and stuff like that you want to do. Like Tameka said, we are old school. We have friends. That's the first thing they say. You know, I just be wanting to call like I used to do back in the day, be able to make my appointment because some people are not phone savvy to get on.
Yeah, I ain't gonna lie.
Right.
And do all of that.
People don't want to talk to nobody no more.
Can I get this Wednesday appointment?
Exactly.
Can I get this appointment Wednesday at 1 o'clock? All right, girl, I seen it.
And when people book with us, so we don't miss a client, the first thing I tell them, even if they call me over the telephone, if they even text me, the first thing I tell them, well, this is my website, but if you have trouble booking it, I'll book it for you.
Right. Right. I take care of that.
Period.
See, that's
I don't want to go out there.
That's important though.
To book an appointment because, like you said, people look at that long stuff. Please this, please that this. You know, everything is like
that's important.
It's too much. Let me go to somebody else and have me and book it.
Yeah.
So
Cause you got older people now, like they coming through these lines in like Walmart and shit like that, and like these cashiers will get frustrated with them because they don't understand the updated technology, or you can just tap your card or all of this other crazy shit, and they'll get frustrated.
Yeah, and I feel
that's dope.
We gonna make sure we cater to the.
That's
right.
So we gotta make sure that our customers are what you know, as far as even communicating with them over the phone, greeting them when they come in, having snacks available if it's someone hungry, because we may be a little hungry.
They got snacks.
Free snacks. We don't charge.
People be like,
hey, that's important right there, man. Trying to pay $2.50 for a bag of chips.
But listen, no, for real, like no, seriously. But speaking of that, because I know that there was a point, Tameka, where there was so much going on, and you still managed. Now at the time, I wasn't your client yet, Tony, so I don't know what you had going on. I don't know.
She was out there hustling.
But I was like, I know this is working Tameka nerve, and she is still pushing through it. And you already know what I'm talking about, Tameka. I don't know if you remember, but there was like around Christmas, everybody pipes burst. Like even the pipes in my house burst. Like everybody down here, the pipes was bursting left and right. Literally, it didn't matter. It was cold. It was cold.
And the
pipes froze.
That's crazy.
And they would tell you to drip your faucets, and we all did all of that, but
that shit ain't changed nothing.
Yeah. That particular weekend, I don't think all of us worked that weekend, and because we didn't even go, but it was Christmas Eve weekend, and we really wasn't at the shop, and it then dawned on us to, hey, go by the shop and run some dripping that water. And when we came to work that Tuesday, Andrea got to work first, and she was like, y'all not gonna believe this.
Damn.
She called me on FaceTime, and I think I had just left the grocery store because on that particular day I wasn't coming back to work that Tuesday. I wasn't coming back to work until that Wednesday. Christmas was that Sunday. I wasn't coming back because that Tuesday was my son's birthday.
It sure was.
So I was at the grocery store, and she FaceTimed me, and she said, "Are you around people?" And I was like, "Yeah, but." I mean, say what you got to say. What's wrong?
I be hitting all the prerequisites and shit. Like, I was like, bro, what's up?
She was like, the whole shop flooded.
Yeah.
Waterfall in here. And I was like, say what now? Wait a minute. Say that again. Say that again. She was like, the whole shop is flooded. I'm trying not to cry. And I was like, okay, well, I'm on the way. I had groceries in the back of the car.
She called me because I was headed there. I had 10 o'clock clients that morning. And, we as entrepreneurs, it's blood, sweat, and tears. So that's our livelihood. So it's like coming from Christmas. So I'm like, I'm going to get back to it. Finna get in here and get the work
balled out.
The balled out. The Christmas kids,
Bounce back season.
And it was like, and I was like, it's flooded. I can't even do the whiteness. I was ready to do whiteness in the lobby. I didn't care.
Because their pipes was in the ceiling.
But the pipes
so it was flooding down.
Great.
The water, when we walked in, the water was coming from the ceiling. It was like a water park in there.
Yeah, it was.
Damn,
Tameka sent me the video and told me she had to cancel my appointment. I said, "Oh Lord, I know."
Baby, you wasn't the only one wanted to cry. Believe me.
Bro, I didn't know that shit was crazy.
It was.
I said,
Oh my
"Ooh."
good gracious, man! When I tell you,
But y'all bounced back, and now the shop look even better.
I was even working from home. I even had in my kitchen.
Yeah,
I
she
have
had
an
to
open
set her stuff
area.
up.
I was like, I even told my clients then, look, give me about 30 minutes. I set up in my house real quick. Y'all can come to the house because you know some people when you have a service just like you be amped. You know you want to get these services done. Somebody may need to go out of town. You maybe want to take a trip. You want to get your wax. You want to get your teeth. You want to get everything done. And it's like, oh, I can't do it. But I was like, I'll come to the house and do it if y'all want to come. It was crazy, but I set up in my house, so I had my loyal clients. We did send out a blast email to make people feel comfortable, you know, to come to your home or who you felt comfortable to come to your home. So I had those loyal clients who was like, Toni, I don't care nothing about that. I'll come.
Girl, you can do mine in the parking lot.
I try to say, get that bit done.
Exactly. But for her, it was a little different.
It was different because my clients, I require a lot of products that I use. A lot of
Yes.
Right. I'm about to say because we do gotta be
things that I have to use when I'm doing certain services. So I need to be in a facility or in a building somewhere. So for me, I wasn't working. I was at
You was
the
talking
house
about what, 2-3
chilling.
weeks, like 3 weeks,
No,
like the first 3 weeks.
It was about 4 months. It was about 4 months because they
4
originally
weeks.
told us that that would be done hoping in 2 weeks.
In 2 weeks.
And so I was like, oh,
Be
I'll
good.
just chill.
Yeah.
Right.
I'll just chill. It's cool. But that was not the case. That was not the case. So by the time we hit 3 weeks, I called to check and they were nowhere near being done.
Hey, I would have gone, man. I've been to get to work myself. Y'all trying to
Listen,
vacuum?
she figured it out because listen, I was about to die. I was like, Tameka, listen, now I really ain't trying to bust out this razor,
Yeah.
but
I talked to her on the phone and I was like,
Hey.
I was gonna find some
like,
place. I was going to find some place for Tameka.
I gotta find some place to work. Like I don't know where I'm gonna go. And she was like, let me call a couple people. Let me see what I can do.
Girl,
and I was like, well,
cause
let me know. And then she sent me a site where you could rent out space.
Oh, like peer
Like per
space and
day.
shit like that?
Yeah.
Like you
Yeah.
do like a per day
Yeah.
thing.
cause
And
I'm like Tameka,
I did that.
Thank you, Ash.
Thank you. Ash.
girl.
Yeah.
Listen, Tameka.
That's fine.
Listen, the struggle was getting real. You know what I'm
Being
saying?
real for all
I
of
was
us.
about to go to the Dominican. I was like, all right, now Tameka, now I
okay.
need me a wax now, real
I was
bad.
happy when she got in that suite and she was like, I'm here. And I was like, I don't
hear
care,
you.
baby. I'm on the way.
Girl, Tameka, I was coming to the house. You could have
Pull up wherever.
put me in your kids'
one way or
room.
another.
Yes.
And we could have did it in the kids' room. You know what I'm saying?
But
However,
just because of the professionalism that
Right.
we have, she
Stu-
wasn't
I'ma
gonna
stick
put
beside
y'all
her.
in her
Right.
house.
Right.
She was even like, sis, we was coming to walk. I was like, well, maybe you could rent out a hotel room and then you could set it up in the hotel room. And she was just like, nope. I don't do that.
But Tameka, we would have came though. We would have, Tameka, we would have came anyway.
She wasn't what she
That
was
was, I've been
like,
pulling out. I don't care.
I was coming. Let me tell you something.
Still set up. I want them to feel comfortable.
I want to make sure
And,
it's
yep.
clean,
Make sure it's
and
clean,
sterile,
sterile,
and all that
all of
stuff.
that.
Because when the clients that I do, people are undressed lots of times, even with body sculpting. Like, no,
Yeah.
no. I was like, yeah, I'm not doing
But yeah, that's how I knew I was gonna have to stick beside Tameka for real. Cause I was like, sometimes when people go through stuff like this, they be having an attitude, or they be, like they don't communicate, or they
people over the
don't,
edge, right?
you know what I'm saying? I was like, but she still let us know what was going on. You know
Right.
what I'm saying? I was like, I'm not about to go to nobody else, so I'm gonna just have to die when I get back on that table, cause I couldn't keep my normal appointments.
Right.
But
Appreciate your loyalty.
girl, I ain't gonna listen. I'm not letting nobody else play around. Listen. I done be saying, I know y'all be seeing them videos, them girls be getting their waxes, they be snatching their skin off and they be all red. I don't wanna
You said
irks.
skin.
Irks. I mean they putting hot wax on you, you know.
Yeah, and some people,
Great
some waxes
God,
are
boy.
really rough.
Yeah, they rough irks. I went to one rough
You don't
girl.
have to be that
Fuck
way.
that.
It doesn't require you to be that way.
Oh shit.
Yes.
All it took was one rough
They say beauty is
experience for
pain.
me.
You know what they say?
I couldn't
crazy,
walk for
man.
like a week.
I don't know if they be going through something and they like, yeah, let me do this wax on this client. Just snatch it off hard. I don't know. But it
Right.
is not required, and you can't actually be gentle
Exactly.
while you doing the service. You don't want people to be in pain.
Like that.
But we waiting on you, Works. Pull up
Y'all be
to
the
the
main
shop.
one in the back screaming. I turn away all the customers. Be making so much noise back that bit, boy.
But I don't think Tameka fool with men clients no more because men don't know how to act when they
Yeah.
get a wax.
What?
They make
No.
their face, just their faces and stuff. We don't no male waxing.
Yeah, I don't fool around with the men wax.
Why? What's the reason?
Lots of times men
I'm
are
sure it's a specific
scared.
reason.
Lots of times men are scared, and then on top of that, with the man Brazilian, I'm just not comfortable doing that. It requires a lot of touch.
Yeah.
Like when I do a female
Yes.
Brazilian, I have to touch, but it don't require that much touching.
Right,
But
right.
when you do a male's
You
Brazilian,
got to tilt to the
got-
side.
You
Yeah,
got yes.
I don't want to do all that.
Exactly.
I'm not comfortable doing none of that.
I'm about to say because
Hey, I'm telling you, men are wanting these services now.
Well, you better
in
find a
this
man
era,
waxer.
you know, like
Now-
20, 30 years ago, men were like, so they wasn't going to get like their nails done and their
Right.
skin done and all.
When I
But
do
men are
get
coming
males
around to that shit.
Call and inquire about getting like a man Brazilian. I'll refer them to like one of the waxing places where they have like a bunch of waxers in there, and that's like a requirement.
No,
of
okay.
them. Me owning my own business, I set the standards. I set the rules.
'Cause I'm gonna tell you now, women will go to a woman and get waxed.
Yeah.
But man, is
Right.
yeah, like hey,
Just
bro,
like my gynecologist is a
chill out.
woman. I don't want no.
Right.
Yeah. Like I feel a little comfortable with a. I mean, because I don't think you understand, Erks. This is
You coming
20
in, bro,
minutes
talking
of
all cool. What's up, bro?
Yo, you being on the table, right?
Yeah. I mean, like, yeah.
This is 20, 30 minutes of you being laid back on the
hell
table.
nah.
You know what I'm saying?
Dog trying to talk to you about football and shit. How about that Jalen Hurts, dog? Like, hey, bro, come on. Let's
Listen.
just get this shit over with. You know?
Listen, maybe
We
if you
already
want,
gotta
like,
get
an arm wax or
colonoscopies
something.
and shit like that. You gotta get that finger in the booty. That shit be crazy.
I'm about to say I wouldn't even.
Right. But nah, that's what's up, man. That's real dope. Y'all story just kind of tell itself with y'all being together. Like, y'all just kind of feed off each other. You can tell, like, y'all been around each other for a minute.
Yes.
You know?
We share clients. You know, we have a lot of people who
Book
also
my
come
appointments
into
on the
us.
same day.
Yeah, we'll
Gotta go from one spot to the next spot. Right.
And we'll coordinate the appointments. We'll do that
Yeah.
with the clients, especially they come in, like, you know, with Ashley, like when she, you know, have to come in for something, she'll be like, okay, well, my appointment with Tameka at 12. Okay, well, you see me at 11. So that way, so you got to chill with me, you can go straight to her room. So we'll share clients. We'll coordinate clients. We also do training.
Right.
Tameka does training for the body sculpting, you know, yoni steams or whatever. We offer classes. I offer classes for 2 gyms and teeth whitening training.
That's what's
as
up.
well.
I might have to come and get me a little class.
The
Other lady,
Come
she
get you a
offers
facial.
training
I
for-
am not doing meal waxes.
Locks.
All
Just
right?
come get a
Just
facial.
make that clear.
Yep,
And all
great
kind of
products.
stuff.
So we
Yeah.
offer
Yeah.
classes for a lot
Maybe
of
you should
stuff.
have like a male spa day. Maybe y'all should host like a male spa day and just encourage men to come. You know, get them a little just a little basic facial,
No,
little
like,
basic
nah.
facial.
A basic facial.
Nah.
Basic
And look at it as
facial.
a part
Nah.
of a self-care, like for a woman. You know, a woman go get her hair done every 2 weeks or get.
'Cause,
her
like,
nails done
yeah,
every 2 or 3
there's
weeks.
nothing
You
wrong
know,
with getting a
Like my
facial.
son, I just started with him. He about to turn 18. He's moderate autistic and he's functional though. But the importance for us is being able to tell him, you know, we want you to be able to have self-care for yourself. So it's okay. I started bringing him in getting facials. I have a lady named Ashley at her cuts. Y'all go see her. Ashley, she cuts my son hair, and I think it's the sexiest thing to see a female cut a man hair.
Bro, female barbers, like, they way more
It's
like,
the most
they lit with that shit.
sexiest thing to me to see a woman with those clippers and just creating and doing her thing like a man, you know. So my son enjoys because she washes the hair and she cuts his hair.
You want that too.
You know, you want
It'd be uncomfortable sometimes, you know. Like when they right in front of you, you try not to stare them in the eyes. So you-
Right, exactly, right. You know, or just to
Right.
be able to have that self-care for yourself as a female. Like now men, like you said, get manicures. Some of
Right.
them keep up pedicures and it's nothing. There's nothing wrong with that because you're grooming yourself.
Right? Don't nobody want no dusty man.
You know,
Hey, bro, chill out. Chill out, bro.
you know.
See, back in the day, women that look for a little dust. You know what I'm saying?
I'm not gonna, you're right.
me see how dirty he
And you
is.
want to know what you gonna get? You
I
want to
gotta
know
know
what
he
you,
can change my oil and shit.
but you want to know what you gonna get? You gonna get you a dusty bitch. That's exactly what you gonna get.
Nah, chill out. Chill out.
It's like, no, I'm playing with you. I'm playing with you.
Little bro, Charlie Brown.
no, but I mean,
you gotta
but
walk
no.
around with little dust clouds. You know what I'm saying?
But I mean, there's nothing. I mean, just like she said, like a facial is literally just cleaning your face. Like, I mean, like especially if you're around oil, dirt, it's all type of shit in your face.
I be needing that shit. I ain't gonna lie.
Pull up,
Cause like for the
get on Group. I'm telling you, I found my facial on Groupon. No lies on
Groupon.
Groupon.
I ain't never even been on that shit.
We have to
Irks.
start from somewhere.
Yeah.
Irks.
So
I'm gonna tap in.
That's how I found her. Not social media, not no Facebook. Groupon.
I'm gonna be like Charlamagne. I'm gonna get light skin out here. Y'all gonna be hating. You know what I'm saying?
I'm gonna get light skin.
You got to pull up at my nail lady, get you a manicure.
I come doing the whole round.
Bet, send them on. Send them on.
I'm gonna bring my daughter so you don't look like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
gonna
I hate with
vlog
her.
it.
I just, you know,
We gonna vlog it. Irks on
We can
his
do that.
self-care day.
we can do that. I'll fuck with that. But now it's been a real dope conversation, man. And we run out of time. But before we go, I just want y'all homegrown. Just want y'all to give a shout out to somebody where y'all from or somebody y'all know that's just doing their own thing as well. Like just
it's so many of my people here. I would love to shout out whose businesses are growing here in Columbia, South Carolina. Called Nail Lounge. She does the fingernails. That's my girl Ashley. She'll take care of you guys. Us at the shop, Quiet Beauty Aesthetics. Unique Smiles by Toni, Bell Bodies. I am Drea. Y'all come and see us. Who else? My old man, he even paints. B&B Painting. You get your house pressure washed, painted. I mean, so many of us out there. Who else? Who else? King's Roy Rentals. My godson has his own business with his mother. If you need any party habits for setups for kids with the bouncy houses and stuff, they have that. It's so many businesses, y'all, out here that people are trying to grow. It's we have to encourage them to keep going,
Right.
not to stop. It's hard, especially when you're not getting loans and stuff like that. You actually really getting it out of the mud, what we call it. You know, it's hard, but you guys keep going. Don't give up. I'll come back to you guys. If you up, I forgot. I thought I had all this together.
For me, I would definitely like to shout out Bell Bodies.
Yes.
Which is Artina. She is also in the building with us, and me and her, we do a lot of we do the body sculpting training classes together. So we do that, and we also tag team on the new service that I was talking about, the fat dissolve. So we do that together as a team.
We do spa parties too,
yes,
y'all. So
we
if
do
y'all want to
spa
do parties,
we do everything. But I want to shout her out. I also would like to shout out I am Drea. So if y'all know anybody who need their locks done or they're interested in natural hair care
products.
She's got it for you.
Grow your hair.
I see it when I come back to the shop.
Yeah.
No, I don't want no hair though. I don't want no hair though. I don't want no hair.
Right. Then I'd like to shout out R&L Detailing, which is on Leesburg Road, where you can take your cars and get your cars washed and clean. That's my boo.
Fact.
Then I like to also shout out my daughter. She is officially in the salon with us. When we reopen, I brought her in.
Yeah, that's lit.
She does makeup. She is absolutely
You need to talk to his daughter.
And she's
We ain't even about to go down this road.
She is self-taught.
She is self-taught.
She does
She's
an amazing
absolutely
job.
amazing.
That's what's up.
Period.
That's what's
Books
up.
by
Looks
Leah.
by Leah.
And then who else? Oh, I would like to shout out my middle son.
Yes.
His name is Kai Columbus. He is a up and coming rapper. He has some good
Yes.
music. Y'all go check him out on YouTube.
Hey, I got some bars. I ain't even about to go there. We good. What we looking like right there?
And my oldest son, his name is Kush Belly. He is also on
This one done. That one good.
He's done a lot of videos, done a lot of
He's straight.
features. He's a rap
He's straight.
artist as well. So I just want to shout them out. Love
Alright.
my little family.
Yes.
All right, drop y'all location one more time.
Brand as well. My daughter on Cream Mafia Clothing. My daughter in Atlanta has her own clothing brand that's up and coming as well. Oh, also, if y'all, I'm about to get ready to expand as far as car detailing for my men. You know, being able to have stuff to wash your cars with. You know, the blunt power keeping the car. I got unique power for y'all. You know?
Need that.
Like the socks and all that is coming soon. Also have that as well. So yeah, we also sell our own products too, like lip scrubs, scrubs for your exfoliating scrubs.
Yoni
man, y'all got to come see
ingrown hair serum.
Yeah, we're not.
We do the whole 9 yards.
Yes.
Drop y'all location one more time before we get out of here.
Gift set.
Right.
Yes.
920 St. Andrews Road, Suites 1 through 3.
Yep, we got.
Damn, boy got all the sweets.
Yeah.
Hey, y'all stingy though.
The whole
Hey,
thing
greedy
in the back
boy.
is us.
Yeah.
We got the whole thing on lock.
That's
We
what's
got
up,
so much
man.
they
Thank y'all
having
so
us.
much for having us.
Hey, thank y'all for coming, man.
Okay.
Let's go, man. Another dope episode of The Green Room. Got some real dope guests. We out.
Doses.